haven't seen him for a long time. He's a very handsome man, very talented man, and he's
a grizzled veteran all of a sudden.
Yeah, he is a comedian, singer, songwriter, Henry Phillips. Henry, it's always
Hey, what's up, guys?
Good to see you.
It's wonderful to be back and good to see everybody.
Native of Los Angeles?
Native New Yorker, and then we moved out to Los Angeles when I was about 12. Yeah.
From a show business family?
Yeah, my dad was a character actor. He was
most famous for
most famous for playing the bad guy in the movie Porky's 2. He was the preacher that tried to shut down the Shakespeare play that they were doing.
And please, Porky's 2 the next day.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you've seen it. Okay, good.
So they just went with
so
the
you're
next
the guy
day.
who saw it.
Yeah, right.
No. I will say that he did a lot of TV. He was
a good actor.
He was auditioning for the part of the coach, and they liked him a lot in Cheers. And but the Porky's thing came, and then he decided to take that.
Well, it's a good thing he didn't take the role of coach because that guy died.
Yeah, that's true. That's what my dad says or said for many years to justify his decision making.
An occasional actor, and you'll find all about his cooking stuff at Henry's.
Henry's.kitchen.
Henry's
no
dot
apostrophe or anything, just Henry's.kitchen, and that'll show you everything. So this is a song that I wrote a few years ago, but I think the message is just as true now as it was back at the time. And things just change so much that there's this situation now where you can't call anybody if you're having an issue with like your bank or your health insurance, whatever. It's always like a menu type thing. And I had this happen where I called my health insurance company because I had a problem, and they said something about, or they have one of those automated menus, and literally one of the things they said was, are you a healthcare professional? Press 1 for yes, 2 for no, 3 for I'm not sure. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm a healthcare professional. Like, how does that work? Like, honey, do you know if I'm a healthcare professional? I wear the stethoscope and stuff, but I don't know if I'd say I wear Hawaiian shirts, so it's not very professional. But it's just like, but anyway, so we've lost a lot of sense there. And this is a song that I wrote about a little bit of that, my financial situation. Sorry about that false start there. It's a little higher than I normally. I just got a letter in the mail saying that I failed to pay my credit card in time, and that's a $40 fine, which would have been okay, except for that it caused me to exceed my credit line, and that's another $40 fine. So then I got a letter in the mail. This one said the balance due was drawn from my checking account, which caused a bunch of checks to bounce, which would have been okay, except the fact that one of those checks was to the DMV for my registration fee. So the next day I was on my way to work, and I couldn't find my car. It wasn't where I parked it just the day before. And then I got another piece of mail. This one said the registration tags were out of date, so they had to tow my car away, which wasn't quite okay. I called them to explain, and when I finally got through, they just made me wait on hold. After 40 minutes, I hung up because I had to go to work. But then I realized if I don't have a car, then how the hell am I gonna get to work? So I got fired from my job. So here I am living in a box underneath a bridge in this quiet little town, and I take a look around. Things are not so bad. I don't get any bills, and the best part of it is that I can't get any mail.
Great.
Henry Phillips. I particularly enjoyed the part when we were on hold with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's great.
I had a situation where I had to call my cell phone company because they charged me twice as much as they normally do. And I was livid, and I saw on the website, it's really hard to find the phone number, but they have the phone number in small print, and right underneath it, it says, if you use profanity or vulgar language to any of our employees, we have the right to terminate your service. And I thought, if it's that much of a problem that people keep calling and using profanity and vulgar language to your employees,
Yeah.
that should be a sign that you're doing something wrong. Like, that's not a sign that you should have. Like, if you go to Mrs. Fields Cookies, it doesn't say, hey, if you call Shannon a bitch, we're not going to. It's not. It should. They need to look inward, I guess, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right.
They must know that Shannon is a bitch. I see. Joining us in the studio, he is comedian, singer, songwriter, cook, chef. Henry Phillips is here with us.
Good morning.
You can find information about him. You're all over the world of social media, which is interesting because I think socially, I think the word inept would be.
Yeah. No, I always have. I always seem to get. Well, I get in these things where I try so hard to not stand out or to not get noticed that I actually stand out way more. You know, and. I was at one point back in the height of my traveling, I was going around so much that I started getting places mixed up. Did you have that happen, Pat? Where
Absolutely.
you just like, this hotel looks just like the one in 2 states over or whatever. So for a little while, I was doing the Improv in Vegas and then the one in Tahoe back to back, and the layout was similar. The Harrah's in Vegas, you'd go in there to the hotel desk, and right next to it there was a Starbucks, and the little secret was that there was a long staircase, and if the line was too long, you'd go to the top and there'd be another Starbucks right there, which is just crazy.
Wow.
And then in Tahoe, they had almost the exact same layout. They had the Starbucks, and then there's the long staircase, but there isn't a Starbucks. So that part's going to be important in a second.
Okay.
I was at the Improv in Tahoe at the Harvey's, and I'm standing in line for the Starbucks, and it's one of those mornings where it's 50 people deep. You know, there's moms with crying babies and strollers and stuff. There's guys with skis, it's a ski town, and everybody's just upset, and they're doing that kind of small talk that you get in when you're waiting in a line. They're like, what are they doing up there? They got to kill the beans or whatever. And I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. I don't think that's what he said, but something along those lines, heckling. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is terrible. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to go to the one upstairs. And this guy with the skis is like, wait, there's one upstairs? Yeah, I mean, they might have a line up there, but it's not going to be as long as this one. I can guarantee that. He's like, so I turn around, I start walking up this long flight of stairs, and I'm about halfway through, and I'm thinking to myself, wait a second, is this the one that has the Starbucks, or is this? And I turn around, and there's like 15 people following me. There's like moms with strollers, babies, and there's guys with skis, and I'm like, oh boy. And then I get to the top, and there's like a conference room. There's nothing. There's just a whole lot of nothing. And everybody gets to the top, and I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe there's not a Starbucks here. And the guy with the skis like, honey, get our place in line. This guy's out of his mind. He just followed a crazy person. And I'm just like, and then, I have to see these people because I'm performing at the club at the hotel. So I look out in the audience and I see these guys. Guy's still got his skis for some reason. It's just like, hey, that's that jerk who told us that we were. Oh, man.
Does your new wife cook?
Internet cooking chef. Yeah. She's one of those people that's good at it. I think most people are good at it, but I'm just like, yeah, if we're making something, she'll just add a little more salt after we already put the teaspoon that the recipe said. And I'm like, what are you, out of your mind? It says 1 teaspoon. Now we've got to figure out, we have to add all the other ingredients to the proportion that you just put of a teaspoon in there.
Right.
But it's a gene that some people have that I just don't have for whatever reason. But I always like to say that cooking is not easy. It's not fun. It's not some nice way to bond with your family or whatever. It's very difficult, hard work. But if we don't do it, we die. We literally die.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Somebody's got to do it.
And this song has nothing to do with that. I'm getting old, and it's hard, you know. My dad, because everything hurts, you know. I've been golfing, and my dad always used to say this thing about how apparently John F. Kennedy was in constant pain throughout his entire life, but he never once complained about it. But every time I heard that, I was like, well, if he never complained about it, how would we know that he was in constant pain? Like, did he just say it? Like, okay, everybody, I want you to know I'm in constant pain, but I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying it really hurts is what I'm saying. You know? But I don't know how that works. But so this song, many years ago, I wrote this song. I was in my 8th year of community college out there in Pasadena, California, studying who knows what, you know, general education or whatever. And I wrote this song for the girl that I fell in love with there. She was, it's funny, she didn't speak a word of English, and I didn't speak whatever language she spoke or whatever. But it was just a tremendous relationship. And I remember writing her this love song on her 57th birthday. And let's just dedicate this to her. Rosa, if you're out there, well, no, you're dead, I'm sure. This was 40 years ago. But anyway, here we go. You are the blossom, I am the vine. You are the blossom, I am the vine. Sweet little blossom of mine, hanging on the vine, extracting all the nutrients from the inside. Sweet little blossom of mine. You are the oyster, I am the pearl. You are the oyster, I am the pearl. Sweet little oyster of mine, irritating you on the inside, covering me with your shiny mucus-like substance until I shine. Sweet little oyster of mine. You are the earth, I am the moon. You are the earth, I am the moon. Sweet little earth of mine, regulating your tides, using my gravitational pull to stabilize your axis tilt and eventually create a relatively stable climate condition. I think that's how it goes. It's been a while. Sweet little earth of mine. All right. Now it really picks up. I want everybody to sing along with me.
Okay.
I am the host organism. You are the unicellular dinoflagellate algae. I am the host organism. You are the unicellular dinoflagellate algae. People are singing in their cars. I know. Sweet little unicellular dinoflagellate algae of mine. Letting me use your chloroplast that I can photosynthesize, providing me with carbon in exchange from the nutrients you obtain from my catabolic pathways. Sweet little unicellular dinoflagellate algae of mine. All right, I'm just going to jump to the end here. There's usually 48 more verses of this. You can see them at Danny's Pub and Grill in Naperville, Illinois this Saturday. Henry's.kitchen for tickets. Okay, here we go. You are the Elvis. I am the Colonel Tom Parker. You are the Elvis, I'm the Colonel Parker. Sweet little Elvis of mine, right there by your side. Pulling your bloated 250-pound cocaine and barbiturate-saturated body out of the bathtub to keep you from drowning in a puddle of your own vomit so I can sell more records. Sweet little Elvis of mine.
Henry has left the building.
It was like a science lesson there for a second.
Yeah, it was.
Flatulent something. Haven't seen you in a while. Did you get married?
I did, yeah. And very happily, yeah. The only thing I want to say is that I don't think her parents like me very much.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, it's too bad. I mean, it's hard to tell. Well, just one example is, there was one time that we took a selfie and then she sent it to her dad. And he wrote back and she goes, "Oh," and I was like, "Well, what's that?" oh, yeah, he said something nice. I'm like, he said something nice because I don't think he likes me very much. Let me see what it was. And he said, that Henry sure is a lucky guy. And I'm like, babe, that's not a compliment at all. He's literally just saying, I'm not worthy of his daughter. Somehow I tricked the system and got lucky and scammed everybody into this. Like, that's not, how did you see that was a nice compliment to me? And then her mom, very similar situation. I was like, so does your mom like me? I mean, what's going on there? And she goes, yeah. She says, you're fine. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, how did she say it? And then she said, I asked her, what'd you think? And then she said, he's fine. What do you want me to say? And I was like, okay. So anyway, I'm getting well, I don't know. Yeah. You know, they both, I mean, they're a wonderful family. Her dad and her brother literally built their house with their bare hands on a vacant lot. Like, they're those types of people, and they can't make anything out of me. They're like, so what do you do again? It's like, it's a digital content creator. I don't know. Can I work for you? I don't know. But actually, yeah, no, very happily, and it's been a good time.
Good.
And you are a digital content creator.
I guess I am now.
You want to explain the name of your thing?
Yeah, so about 14 years ago, I was in the throes of extreme depression and probably drinking way too much, and I was broke. And I started watching YouTube videos of people cooking. And I thought, well, you know, maybe this will be my thing. I could do this, you know. And so I've never cooked before in my life, but I started teaching people how to make things like chili and asparagus and stuff like that. And it sort of took off. And at this point, I have more than 100,000 followers on YouTube, and I've got millions of views on some of these videos. And here I am 14 years later. I'm still broke. I still drink a lot, and I'm still in the throes of an extreme depression. But
other than that, it's good.
Yeah, other than that, yeah, no, it's been
where do they find this?
A lot of fun. So this is if you put in Henry's Kitchen on YouTube. And I also have a website, henrys.kitchen, and that's got my tour dates and all the social media and everything. But it's really fun. I got a retweet from Snoop Dogg recently. That was interesting. And
Nice.
And Slash, and like every now and then there'll be some celebrity, and they'll give me a shout out. And it's been a real adventure, and I'm having a blast with it. But yeah, digital content creator, I guess. It's very different.
And you've got a guitar in your hand right now.
Yeah. So why don't I do, since I am on a little mini tour here right now. Wait, do you guys hear that guitar okay?
Yeah, I hear it now, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goose the volume a little bit on your end.
Sound all right?
Yeah, sounds good.
I am on a little mini tour. Why don't I do this song here? This is a little song about that I used to sing for the ladies when I picked them up on dates. These are the things in my car, all of the wonderful things in my car. A broken guitar, a Cuban cigar, some pee in a jar, the things in my car. They may not be luxury, but they are everything I need. So come with me and you can see things in my car. So if I was lucky, I'd bring the girl back to my apartment and I'd sing this next verse here. These are the things in my apartment. All of the wonderful things in my apartment. A little compartment with a silk undergarment and pills for penile enlargement and a letter from the police department. The things in my apartment. There's some cat poo on the mat, and I don't even have a cat. So tell me what you think of that and the things in my apartment. By now, the girl would be long gone, but I do this next song, this next part of the song by myself. These are the things in my room. All of the wonderful things in my room. A dusty old broom. A Batman costume, a book by Judy Blue, a bag of mushrooms, a general sense of impending doom, the things in my room. They may not be luxury, but they are all of the world to me. So come and build a life with me and the things in my room. The things in my room.
Very nice.
Yeah. No, that song has definitely got me some action.
Oh, yeah.